Urgent Vikings fan! Look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest your team news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell makes J.J. McCarthy sales pitch to fans. Kevin O'Connell is confident in J.J. McCarthy as his starter in 2025. The Minnesota Vikings are fully prepared to give J.J. McCarthy the keys to their franchise as soon as 2025. Despite the Michigan product coming off a torn meniscus, Kevin O'Connell is confident in him as the Vikings franchise quarterback. With the Vikings expected to officially hand McCarthy the starting job, O'Connell gushed over his new quarterback's potential in the league. When asked what he would tell a skeptic fan, O'Connell spewed a list of reasons why he believes McCarthy will be successful right away. J.J. McCarthy didn't throw a lot of bubble screens. He didn't throw a lot of RPOs in college, O'Connell said to Kevin Clark on This Is Football. He was in a pro-style offense where they were running the football. They needed some high-quality execution on some of those weighty downs. That's really what we'd like to be with our offense. O'Connell continued with his reasons why Vikings fans should put their full faith in McCarthy. The credentialed head coach said the former number 10 overall pick sitting out his official rookie year only improved his development and has him more prepared for his regular season debut. The other thing he'll say is he's had a year now of being around a guy like Sam Darnold through his journey, O'Connell said. He got to watch it and see what meetings were like, what's it like when I install third down plays, has not a rookie, has had that pseudo-redshirt year, albeit without the reps we would have wanted, but I'm really confident, really excited to see him hit the ground running. J.J. McCarthy prepared to start for Vikings in 2025. The Vikings all but confirmed McCarthy would be their starting quarterback in 2025 when they chose not to resign Sam Darnold in free agency. By letting Darnold walk, Minnesota essentially confirmed its plans to have McCarthy take over, especially considering its roster contains no other quarterback. While McCarthy remains mostly unproven, he impressed in the 2024 preseason before suffering the torn meniscus. His return from injury furthers the questions surrounding him, but O'Connell's confident testimony gives no reason anyone should doubt him. Once McCarthy officially takes the field, it will be his first game since leading Michigan to a win in the 2024 National Championship game. In his 3 years in Ann Arbor, McCarthy led the Wolverines to a 271 record as a starter, making him one of the most successful quarterbacks in college football history. The Vikings made a considerable effort to give McCarthy the best possible situation to return to. With an already elite skill position group, Minnesota bolstered its offensive line in free agency. The team signed Ryan Kelly and Will Fries while extending Blake Brandel to compose what should be a top 10 offensive line in 2025. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Vikes news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Which veteran quarterbacks not named Aaron Rodgers make sense for Vikings? Kevin O'Connell will have to address the Aaron Rodgers rumors at NFL owners' meetings. West Palm Beach flaw. Though the Vikings haven't completely ruled out a scenario in which they reconnect with future Hall of Fame quarterback Aaron Rodgers, they appear content giving unproven quarterback J.J. McCarthy a chance to solidify himself. As the starter this offseason, that was the overarching theme from general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah last week at TCO Performance Center. It will be interesting to hear from head coach Kevin O'Connell this week at NFL owners' meetings in West Palm Beach, Fla. Will he leave the door open for Rodgers? Will he give a vote of confidence to McCarthy? Will he discuss other options at the position? The best way for the Vikings to rid themselves of the rumors surrounding Rodgers once and for all is to sign somebody else. That might not come until after the draft, however, when free agents no longer impact the formula used to determine compensatory picks. Which veteran quarterbacks not named Aaron Rodgers make sense for the Vikings? Here are some still available signal callers. Ryan Tannehill, after taking time away from the sport last season, Tannehill might be ready to return to action. If he's indeed interested in making a comeback, the Vikings seem like a good fit for the 36-year-old. Much has been made of Tannehill, once saying he didn't think he was his job to be a mentor to young quarterback Malik Willis. Those comments came when Tannehill himself was still the starter for the Tennessee Titans. Now that Tannehill is at a different chapter in his career, he might relish the opportunity to help McCarthy reach his full potential. Joe Flacco, if the Vikings are simply looking for somebody who knows their role, Flacco would come with very little drama. Would it be the sexiest signing? No. Would it bring words of wisdom to the locker room? Yes. After serving as the backup with the Indianapolis Colts last season, the 40-year-old was a sounding board for maligned quarterback Anthony Richardson, and also showed the ability to come in and win a game in a pinch. There's already a connection in place, as Flacco and O'Connell were prospects in the same draft class. That familiarity with each other could help bridge the gap when it comes to contract negotiations. Carson Wentz, no longer viewed as a starter at this point in his career, Wentz most recently served as the backup to superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes. That in and of itself could provide some value as the 32-year-old searches for his next destination. Maybe the most appealing part about Wentz, however, is that he experienced the highs and lows of being a face of the franchise when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles. The lessons that Wentz learned on that roller coaster ride could help McCarthy navigate the process of stepping into the spotlight with the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, it's highly unlikely that Cousins ends up back with the Vikings based on everything. That would have to happen. It would require, one, the Atlanta Falcons cutting him, which, as of right now, they have said they don't want to do, and two, the Vikings having interest in a reunion that would be filled with awkwardness. The only way this becomes a discussion worth having is if the 36-year-old hits the open market and is free to sign with whoever he wants. Teddy Bridgewater lets get weird. After winning a state championship as the head coach at Miami Northwestern High School, Bridgewater came out of retirement and shockingly signed with the Detroit Lions towards the end of last season, and was called into brief duty during Detroit's divisional round loss to Washington. Would the 32-year-old be open to the idea of signing with the team that drafted him once upon a time? If the Vikings are looking for somebody off the wall to pair with McCarthy, they might want to at least consider making Bridgewater say no and. Now, Vikings fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Vikes. I'll be back any moment with more Vikings news. Skol, Vikings!